Hello there, my lovely jewelry makers. I'm Christina of CSLdesigns, and today's video is going to be another unboxing of a subscription box, one that I haven't tried before. So Jesse James Beads reached out to me and asked if I wanted to give their magical mystery bead box a try. And of course I said yes, because I'm always interested. And I also think it could be handy for you to see new things and see if it's anything that you're interested in. And of course, like usual, I'm going to leave all the information in the description box down below. And also they were kind enough to give me a 15% off code that you can use for any order. So again, that's going to be in the description box below along with any information. But now that's out of the way, why don't we just dig into it? Now they did tell me that the principle of this subscription box is that each month is a different theme. And then obviously, otherwise, I've not tried it before, so I'm curious to see what this is actually going to be like. So let's just dig right into it here. Comes in this decent sized box, I'll say. Already got a little bit of paper wanting to escape from it. But get this open. Eesh. Big flap. Right, so got some padding. Let's just remove that. But my babies, cats, would love that. But I'm also thinking they would maybe eat it, so maybe not a good idea. Let's just see if we've got, there's a bit more hiding. Right, so it looks like first of all we have a little leaflet thingy. Kind of a nice image there in the first place. Looks pretty cool. So, Summer Cowgirl. I'm guessing that means that that's the theme of this one. And then what's inside? So I'm just going to keep that handy, but then pretty much just get things out of here. So you can get rid of the box. So I'm just pulling it all out. Stuff, it seems interesting, and it looks more like paper stuff. The padding, buy one get one free. So that's a little bonus in the box there. Right, put the box out of the way. Then, right, let's see. Looks like we have some different things. So I think what I'm going to do, whoop, another little piece hiding. I'm going to probably keep finding them all over now. Oh, my babies are. Right, so I think what I'm actually just going to do is just have a little look at the leaflet, just to kind of get a bit of a rough idea. Right, so this does seem a little bit different than most of the other subscription boxes that I tried. So let's just have a little look, see if I can kind of go through this in some organised way. Otherwise, obviously, we'll just do what we can. Cactus Bloom Mini Mix, featuring Swarovski and check beads. So Swarovski, that sounds nice always. Love some nice Swarovski. So what does that mean? Let me see. Cactus Bloom Mini Mix. Maybe, actually, I think it says so on. That's got to be this one then. Cactus Bloom Mini Mix. So yeah, the actual bags and the packaging will then say, at least on some of it, will say what it is. But that's the first one. So that's featuring Swarovski and check beads. So a bit of a mix. I'm guessing that means that if you can see, let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. There's kind of two bags in one. So we have like a separate little one with what looks to be different sizes and colors of bicones, so I'm guessing that might be the Swarovski ones. And then we have some other beads and pearls, which I'm guessing are the check beads. So that's obviously with the theme as well, so basically they work well together. You can easily use them together without having to worry too much about whether they match or not. Alright, so that's one. I'm going to try and keep them to the side, so I've already looked at that. Then Desert Spring Tassel Mix. So a tassel mix, I'm guessing that means a bunch of tassels like this. Desert Spring Tassel Mix, yep. So let's basically a bunch of quite small little tassels and a bit different ones. You got your regular kind of tassels, but then you got some that are a bit more, almost a bit flower looking. And again, that summery theme. Nice colours. And then Cowgirl Country Design Elements Bead Mix. Right, Cowgirl Country. Let's see. I think that's this one. Almost the first one I grabbed. Again, there's then two kind of bags in one in that Design Elements Beads Mix. Bead Mix. So the top ones, we have a mix of different kinds of beads shapes, sizes, colours. There's pearls, there's some, by the looks of it, some metallic elements in there as well. Definitely very summery. And can easily mix things together from the previous one. And obviously go with the tassels as well. So that's the top one. Got some kind of bead caps, I would say, some of them. And then there's the next one down is also a bunch of beads, but then you got some larger ones. And some more different colours and shapes. Quite interesting ones, unusual looking ones. Interesting. Got quite a lot in there, to be honest. So that was... what was that? Cowgirl Country. Cactus Bloom Strand. Custom created. So I was thinking, does that mean it's this? Because that's a strand. Doesn't say, but I'm guessing it would have to be. Cactus Blossom Strand. Custom created. Let's hope it is, otherwise obviously we'll have to go back. That's basically a chunk of bunch of large beads and a lot of sparkly ones as well. Can have a bit of a closer look. Go from small ones and larger ones. How they are like this is quite nice, to be honest. We've kind of a nice chunky bracelet like this in itself. And then some metal pieces like a wooden bead right in the centre. And sparkliness all the way along. Nice colourway as well. Do love my teal colours and light blue colours and like this together. That's pretty nice. Then a chain reaction. So 4 18-inch chains. I'm guessing that's got to be these ones. They look like the only chains there really are. Now I will obviously take things out properly and look at them even more. It's just some of those beads, I'm kind of a bit worried if I open the bag it's going to go all over as it is right now. But obviously I will also be... take the chains out here. See about working with some of them, so I'll take the beads out then. I'll take these chains out at least. Fully out of the bags, because I think chains you always get a better impression when you properly look at them. Also see the movement in them. But it's just the first impressions anyway. You can always look a little bit closer at them. Right, so it's 4 18-inch chains. That's very interesting. So basically it's chains, different styles of chains with beads on and other metal parts designs. So you can see 2 gold ones and 2 silver ones. So if I just start with the gold ones, they look like that. And actually have really nice movement. So you have kind of metal pieces in the chain there, metallic links, and there's also some white and a little bit coated, not full on AB coating, but definitely extra sparkle on those beads. And it does feel really nice, the movement in the chain, and very bright gold, that's for sure. So that's the gold ones. Then we have the silver ones. And that's then a different metal link in there. And also like a little wavy one. And then we have black beads mixed in. Also really nice movement. And they're quite light actually, they're not really heavy. So in a way they're quite fine. And obviously the double door, you can use them as they are easily, or you can use the chain for something that you've made, possibly with other things from this box. So that's chain. Then we have stone bead pair. I'm thinking it's got to be this one here, because it's a pair of stone beads, I'm guessing. Let's get those all the way out, because I did notice them as I was kind of taking things out. They jumped at me a little bit. Maybe possibly because of the colour. Purple, of course. It's actually quite a nice colour, that. And they definitely feel like stone of some sort. And then you have There are beads. Where's the hole? There's the hole. You can see through. Seems like a pretty decent size hole. They're pretty cute. I do like beads like this, and it's actually quite a nice colour. And I think, to be honest, any colour metal would go with that. Silver, obviously. Copper, I think so as well. And gold, if you like that. They're actually quite nice. Definitely see myself possibly using them. If you hadn't guessed so already. Then we have magnetic hat clasp, silver with brown rhinestone. Magnetic hat clasp, is that this one? I think so. What was it? Silver with brown rhinestone. Let's see if we can get into this. Ah, okay. So that's actually a bit unusual. So it's probably, actually I'm not entirely sure. Obviously this is the clasp, but you then have these little loops, bring it a little bit closer, on either side of the hat, but you have that on both of them. They do stick pretty well together. Just thinking a little bit about how to use it. You could have them come opposite if it's a bracelet or something, or a necklace. Because obviously the loops on either side, how they would work with attaching something. But something had to be experimented with. Nice little effect with the rhinestones as well. And obviously in that nice hat shape. The back is actually, you can see that, it's kind of carved with silver in them. So I can lay them next to each other without them wanting to connect. There we go. Not for very long. Actually, these little hats kind of imprinted into the metal on the back. It's pretty cute. They do seem pretty strong. So a nice little clasp there. And that's the silver. Then we have metal mix, content varies. So could that be... No, actually I think that's the kit. I'm thinking it's got to be this one, because it seems like all metal pieces. It's just a metal mix, yeah. Oh god, here we go. It's the opening. Right, get them all out. And then see what we have. That's unusual. So, again, that theme, that kind of summer cowgirl theme, definitely fits with these. Just separate them out a little bit. So we kind of got little, I wouldn't even know really, bull shapes. I want to say skulls, but it's not necessarily a skull. It's just because it's quite detailed. It's got some detail on the one side there. And it's definitely just one-sided. And that one's flat as well. But a small one and a large one. Antique silver. And then cute little moon charms. And then these ones, we have the hole going, if you can see, through from one side to the other. That's very unusual. I'm not entirely sure if this is supposed to be anything or if it's just a design. Definitely quite nice. Not really heavy, got a bit of weight to them, but not very heavy. But metal pieces, all these. So that's that metal mix. So I'm just going to get these back in that bag because there's some small pieces here, just to not lose anything. Definitely at least see the moons wanting to travel. So that was that one. Then we have 2 desert charms. And it also says a suede lace choker necklace project kit. So actually by the looks of it, a completely separate kit. I'm not entirely sure that 2 desert charms, what that is, if I missed it, if it's hiding somewhere. Where's that? Where's that? So let's look at this kit then. Right, let's see what we have. So there's 4 bead-along balls and star head pins. Just get that out of the way. So it's in here, so let's see. Yeah, see if I can show you that properly. Maybe if I take it out actually. Ball and star head pin. So that means, obviously we have a regular head pin, but on the end where there's normally a ball, there's actually a little star right underneath the ball. That's definitely different. I haven't seen that before. Pretty cute. To make a little bit more of a design feature of it. So a head pin doesn't just have to be a functioning piece. And 4 bead-along cord ends. Guessing that's them in here as well. Regular cord ends, silver. And then we have 7-inch bead-along faux suede lace. Right, let's have a look at that. That's the cord then. Nice suede cord. Brown, dark brown by the looks of it. Again, that kind of cowboy theme, I guess. It looks like you actually get quite a lot in there, quite a decent length. You can probably easily make more than just one necklace, unless obviously maybe do multiple lengths or something. Then you could easily do that. And then 2 big pewter cactus pendants. I definitely saw them before, noticed them. They just pulled out like that. That is definitely a bit of a statement. 2 pretty large cactus metal pieces. Oh, you have. I was thinking if there's any hole. If you can see it right up there. Got a hole basically at the tip of the cactus. And lastly, 4 beauty pewter cactus charms. So again, the cactus theme. They're basically mini ones, I guess you could say. And there's 4 of them. I guess I don't have to take all of them out. They seem a little bit different. The other ones were quite textured as well. The larger ones there. You can see that. If I can get it to focus. Where you can see all the blackness. That's where it's been oxidized as well. It's very textured when you feel it. These ones are more flat, but still that cactus shape, and actually very shiny. And double-sided. So that's nice. You get 4 of them, and again there's a hole at the top. Now I'm thinking previously, just before the kit, I saw that 2 desert charms, but I couldn't really see them anywhere. I think they might be in here, because I don't think they were mentioned in the kit. There's 2 little, I guess you could call them charms or metal pieces. Basically little beads, well, it's a very large hole, so basically where you just add them to a cord or something and work as a little charm or a bead on a cord. So I'm thinking whether it might be them, because they weren't mentioned in that kit either. Whoop. And I just lost one of them, but I can pick that up. So it's pretty cute. Again, obviously it goes with the kit, so you actually get a whole necklace kit in there. You could also make a bracelet out of it. It doesn't have to be a necklace, but a whole actual project kit, and then all the other things as well. So that's actually pretty interesting, a different way of doing it. So that was everything here that was in the box. Definitely an interesting mix of different things, and also kind of a different way of doing it. That's quite interesting as well. So obviously just kind of loose beads, you could say, and also some chains, so some findings as well, but also then just actually a kit in the box, which you can either make as the kit or use those materials along with other things as well. And regarding the kit, actually, there was also this little note with it. So it just basically guides you to a video tutorial for how to make that exact thing if you obviously want to do that, which is pretty nice as well. So you got the link, But like I said, you can also just mix that with other things or use those materials in different ways. So that is everything that's in the box. And that little leaflet as well, buy one get one free. Buy one get one free bead mix rather, with that code. And then there's a date for when that expires, so you also kind of get a little extra in the box, which is always nice. But I do kind of like that artwork or the graphics. Pretty nice colours and nice image there. Anyway, that's what's in the box. Obviously it's more important. So yeah, definitely very interesting. The time has now come for me to go away and kind of experiment with some of these materials and see if I can come up with anything and then make some pieces. So I'll be right back. So now I'm back and I'm just going to show you the materials that I used and what I ended up making. So what I ended up doing first of all was I took out one of the bead mixes from the box. I started with the Cowgirl Country one. I kind of just thought I wanted to do that just to then get all the beads out. So I opened all the packaging and then kind of just pour them out to get a little bit of a feel for the beads, and then also see if anything sprung to mind that I wanted to make. So I did that with this mix here and I ended up making two things from it. So the very first thing was using almost all the beads minus a few that I'll then show you after, was making this chain here, because the way the beads were and metal pieces, I thought they just worked really well together. It was very summery and I kind of felt, why not just try and basically use all of them, or almost all of them, in one piece. So obviously making a chain like this would be perfect, and I think it ended up really quite nice. I quite like how it's ended up with all the colours together and the different sizes and shapes of beads as well. Like I said, I did pick out a few beads because there were some leaves in there that I thought might look a little bit odd on a chain like this, plus I ended up using them for something else. And also I picked out one bead like this, the wooden bead, the larger one. There was only one of them. I thought that wouldn't quite go in this chain, partly because there was just one, and also just partly because it just seemed a little bit like it would be the odd one out. So I left that out. I didn't use that one bead. But like I said, this long chain, which can be used in loads of different ways, obviously as a long necklace over the head or as a bracelet, wrap it around a few times, and then a nice little chunky multi-strand bracelet there. So I love pieces like this where it's kind of multi-use. It's not just a bracelet or not just a necklace. I think that's quite nice. But that was the first piece that I made. And then from the same mix, so that cowgirl country rather mix, like I said, I picked out the leaf beads and I ended up making a flower with them. I then also just chose one of the other beads to kind of get the center for the flower, because I picked them out and I ended up laying them in that flower shape and thought, actually that works quite well, so I thought, why not then do something with that? And I ended up making it so I attached it to a ring band that I then made with wire crochet that looks like that. And on, I also think it sits pretty nicely, and because it's the wire crochet ring band, it's really comfortable and it basically just molds to your finger or something a bit like that. Just a cute little and easy flower ring, you could say, using those leaf beads. And they do still, I think, go with that chain in case you were to wear them together, so that as a necklace or a bracelet even, and obviously that ring. So that was the one bead mix. Next I then took the other bead mix, that was the Cactus Bloom one. Again, what I did was detach both bags and then kind of sit and look at the beads a little bit and see what I kind of thought would work and go together. Now what I ended up doing was I did not use the bicones, but what I did end up doing was using the other bag minus one of the beads, one pearl there, just because it would have made it just slightly too large, because I ended up making a bracelet from all those beads. And it looks like this. And it's basically a mix of previous designs that I've done. So there's my Egyptian style wire work, just like that. And then also my Celtic lace design over the flat oval beads. And I kind of thought it'd be fun to mix the two designs together and see how that would end up looking. And obviously there's also different colours and shapes of beads in there. And then I just made the clasp as well of the wire. So just kind of a quick little bracelet. again out of that one kit, but there's still, like I said, one pearl left in it. And then also the bicones, of course, which could be used for loads of other things. So these were the pieces I ended up making, so a bit of a mix. And I used obviously a fair few beads, especially for that chain, but there's still quite a few materials left, and also that kit to make the necklace with. I didn't touch that at all, so I think that's pretty good. And also it's quite an interesting way to do a box. It's different than what I've seen before. Usually it's been either kits where you're kind of meant to do something specific with it, or it's loose beads, you can do whatever. I haven't really seen one that mixes both, where you get loose materials and also a kit in it, so I do think that's quite interesting. And of course, just because there's a kit that's meant to be for something specific doesn't mean that you have to do that. You can easily use it for whatever you want to. But I really hope you enjoyed this video here, having a look at the box with me and also seeing what I ended up making with some of the materials. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.